The church bells tolled like a death knell as I stood at the altar, my white gown feeling like a straitjacket, and watched my fiancé's face crumple when his phone buzzed with a message that exposed his affair. But the real shock hit when I realized the woman in the photo was someone I knew. Someone who'd been stirring feelings in me I never dared name. My heart hammered in my chest, the congregation's murmurs rising like a storm, and in that frozen moment, I bolted from the ceremony, leaving behind a life scripted by everyone but me. Outside, rain pounded the pavement, mirroring the chaos inside me. And there she was, Stella, the delivery girl who'd become more than just a familiar face during those long rides to the warehouse. I thought she was just the new delivery girl when she first showed up at my family's logistics company in Seattle, her truck rumbling into the loading dock with a confidence that turned heads. Stella, with her easy smile and those piercing blue eyes, handed over packages like they were gifts from fate itself. "Sophie, right? I'm Stella. Looks like we'll be seeing a lot of each other," she said that first day, her voice carrying a hint of a southern drawl that didn't belong in the Pacific Northwest. I nodded, too buried in manifest to notice how her presence lingered in my thoughts long after she drove away. But the long ride started soon after, when supply chain issues forced us to carpool to distant suppliers. The first one was a 4-hour trek to Portland, rain sluicing down the windshield as we navigated the I-5. I gripped the steering wheel, my mind on the wedding plans my mother had orchestrated with military precision. "So engaged, huh?" Stella asked, glancing at the diamond on my finger that felt heavier each day. "Yeah, high school sweetheart. Everyone's thrilled," I replied, forcing a smile. Inside, though, doubts gnawed at me. Why did the thought of forever with him feel like settling? Stella shared stories of her nomadic life, bouncing from city to city after leaving a strict family in Texas. "Freedom's worth the loneliness," she said, her words hanging in the air like an invitation to question my own chains. As miles blurred by, conversations deepened. She talked about dreams deferred, about loving someone society deemed wrong. "Ever felt like you're playing a role?" she probed one evening, as we pulled into a rest stop under twilight skies. I hesitated, my pulse quickening. "All the time," I admitted, surprising myself. My family, pillars of the community with their church committees and conservative values, had mapped my life. College, job at the family business, marriage to a good man. But in that car with Stella's laughter echoing, I felt a spark. Forbidden, terrifying. Was this attraction? No, I told myself, it's just friendship. Yet, nights after those rides, I'd lie awake, replaying her words, her touch when she'd pass me a coffee, accidental but electric. Back at work, tension built. My fiancé, Mark, noticed my distraction. "You're always talking about that delivery girl," he snapped one dinner, his jealousy misplaced. "She's just efficient," I defended, but guilt twisted in my gut. Stella and I started grabbing lunches, ostensibly to discuss routes, but really to escape the office's prying eyes. "Your family's got you on a short leash," she observed once, over sandwiches in a park. "What if you broke free?" Her question echoed my inner turmoil. I wanted to scream yes, but fear held me back. What would my parents say? Disown me? The community whispers would be knives. One ride turned pivotal. Stuck in traffic outside Tacoma, radio humming softly, Stella turned to me. "Sophie, why do you stay in a life that dims your light?" Her hand brushed mine on the gear shift, and time stopped. Heat flooded my cheeks. This wasn't friendly anymore. I don't know," I whispered, pulling away, heart racing. That night, alone in my apartment, I confronted the truth. I was falling for her. But how? I'd never questioned my sexuality. It was buried under layers of expectation. Panic set in. If I pursued this, I'd lose everything. Family approval, social standing, the safe path. The wedding loomed, invitations sent, dress fitted. Mark proposed a romantic getaway, but I suggested a work trip instead, secretly hoping to see Stella. "You're distant," he accused. "Is there someone else?" His words stung because they were half true. I denied it, but the lie burned. Meanwhile, Stella confided in me about her past. A high school love shattered by family rejection. They called it a phase, sent me to therapy. I ran instead. Her vulnerability mirrored mine, drawing us closer. During a late-night delivery run under starry skies, she leaned in. "What are we doing, Sophie?" The air crackled with unspoken desire. I pulled back again, terrified. This can't happen. I'm getting married. But inside, rebellion brewed. Why sacrifice my happiness for their ideals? The internal war raged. Duty versus self. Society's gaze felt oppressive. What would they say about two women? Lesbians in their perfect suburb? The shame my parents would feel. Yet Stella's presence awakened me, making colors brighter, life possible. As the altar moment crashed down with Mark's affair revealed. Ironically, with a coworker I'd suspected, my world shattered. But in the ruins, clarity emerged. I ran to Stella's truck, parked nearby for a delivery. Sophie? What happened? She asked, concern etching her face. Everything, I gasped, and in that rain-soaked embrace, I chose truth over facade. But the cost? Imminent. The fallout hit like a tidal wave. My phone exploded with calls from my mother, her voice a mix of fury and tears. How could you humiliate us like this, Sophie? Running out on your wedding day. She didn't know the half of it. Mark's betrayal was public now, but my feelings for Stella? That bomb was still ticking. I crashed at a motel that night, Stella by my side, her hand steadying mine as I sobbed. It's okay to break, Soph, she whispered. But was it? Inside, guilt clawed. I'd destroyed lives for a whim, or was it destiny? Morning brought confrontation. Mark showed up at the motel, eyes bloodshot. Who is she? He demanded, spotting Stella's jacket. The delivery girl? You're leaving me for her. His accusation hung heavy, laced with disgust. I stood tall, though my knees shook. It's not about her. It's about me finally seeing the truth. But it was about her. Stella had unveiled the mask I'd worn too long. He stormed out, vowing to tell everyone. Panic surged. My secret exposed before I was ready. Stella urged caution. We don't have to rush. Figure yourself out first. But the pull was magnetic. We drove aimlessly through Seattle's streets, rain giving way to hesitant sun. I've hidden who I am for years, she confessed. Don't make my mistakes. Her words resonated, but desire warred with fear. What if this was a rebound? A phase like my family would claim? Inner voices screamed, You're straight, Sophie. This is wrong. Yet her touch felt right, natural. Family intervention came swift. My parents summoned me home, the sprawling house in the suburbs a fortress of tradition. Father, stern in his armchair, boomed. This nonsense ends now. Mark's affair is forgivable. Your dramatics aren't. Mother chimed in. Think of the church, the neighbors. You're throwing away your future. I sat there, stomach churning, as they dismissed my pain. It's not just Mark, I ventured. I have feelings for someone else. Their faces froze. A woman. Mother gasped, hand to her chest. Father stood, face reddening. No daughter of mine is. That. The word hung unspoken, a slur in his tone. Disowned? Not yet, but the threat loomed. Get help, Sophie. This is confusion from the stress. They pushed therapy, the kind that fixes people like me. Rage boiled inside. How dare they dictate my heart? But doubt crept in. Maybe they were right. Society's norms had shaped me. Breaking them meant isolation. Stella waited outside, her text a lifeline. You deserve to be you. We met in secret, coffee shops on the outskirts, where no one knew us. This hiding sucks, Stella said, her frustration mirroring mine. But I get it. Family's everything until it's not. Her story unfolded more. Rejected at 18, couch surfing, building a life from scraps. The pain fades, but the freedom? Priceless. Inspired, I quit the family business, taking a job at a nonprofit in the city. Independence tasted sweet, but lonely. Friends sided with Mark, whispering about my breakdown. A betrayal cut deep. My best friend Lisa, who'd been my confidant, leaked our talks to my parents. I was worried, she claimed when confronted. This isn't you. Hurt sliced through me. Was loyalty conditional on conformity? Stella held me as I cried, her arms a sanctuary. People fear what they don't understand. But the wound festered, trust eroded. Moral dilemmas piled up. Should I fight for family acceptance or cut ties? Each choice carried weight. Attending a support group for LGBTQ women, I heard stories echoing mine. Hidden loves shattered families. One woman shared losing custody battles over unfit orientation. Fear gripped me. What if I wanted kids someday? Society's bias loomed large. Tension escalated at a family dinner I foolishly attended. We've set up counseling, Mother announced, to help with your issues. I exploded. Issues? This is who I am. Father slammed his fist. Not in this house. I left, heartbreaking, Stella picking up the pieces. You're brave, she said, but I felt like a coward, torn between love and legacy. As weeks turned months, our bond deepened amid the storm. Stolen moments in parks, whispers of future. But shadows lingered. Mark's revenge, spreading rumors at work. Sophie's gone gay, they snickered. Professional repercussions hit. Clients pulled away, citing personal instability. The price of authenticity? Steep. Inner conflict peaked one night, alone after an argument with Stella over going public. I'm not ready, I insisted. She sighed. Hiding kills the soul. Staring at the ceiling, I weighed it all. The warmth of her love versus the cold of rejection. Was this worth the ruin? The decision crystallized during a heated confrontation at a community event. My parents had dragged me to a church fundraiser, hoping to remind me of my roots. Amid the pious crowd, Stella showed up uninvited, her presence a bold statement. I couldn't let you face this alone, she whispered. But eyes turned, whispers spread. Mark was there, smirking. Look who's crashing, he sneered. My mother pulled me aside. End this farce now or don't come home. The ultimatum hit like a gut punch. I chose Stella, walking out hand in hand, the gasps audible. Freedom surged, but so did regret. That night, we argued fiercely. You risked everything for me, I said. What if it's a mistake? Stella's eyes flashed. Love isn't a mistake, Sophie. Hiding is. Her passion ignited mine, but doubt whispered. Am I using her to rebel? The moral quandary deepened. Was I selfish, dragging her into my mess? Society's backlash intensified. Online anonymous posts vilified us. Family record turns dyke. The words stung, eroding my confidence. At work, a promotion slipped away, the boss citing distractions. Discrimination veiled as concern. Stella faced it too, deliveries rerouted, clients complaining. This is the fight, she said resolute. But inside I crumbled. Why must love come with such hate? A turning point came with a letter from my sister, the only family ally. I support you, but Mom's heartbroken. Give her time. Hope flickered, but reality crushed it when Father called. You're dead to us until you repent. The finality devastated me. Nights of tears, Stella consoling their loss. Yet I mourned the girl they raised, wondering if she'd recognize this woman. Betrayal struck again from an unexpected source. Stella's ex, a woman from her past, resurfaced, claiming unfinished business. You left me broken, she accused in a cafe showdown. Stella denied lingering feelings, but seeds of doubt planted. Is this why you're with me? Rebound. I questioned. Hurt flashed in her eyes. No, Sophie. You're my choice. But trust frayed, paranoia growing. Was our love built on sand? Moral debates raged internally. Religion, once a comfort, now conflicted. Scriptures twisted to condemn. Yet, love thy neighbor rang true. Attending a progressive church, I found solace in inclusive messages. God made you this way, a pastor said. But old teachings haunted. Sin or salvation? Drama peaked at a pride event we attended, my first. Colors vibrant, crowds empowering. But protesters hurled slurs, one sign reading repent or perish. A stone grazed Stella's arm, blood drawing. Rage boiled. This is what we face, she said, bandaging up. I realized the stakes. Not just personal, but societal war. Healing began slowly. Therapy helped unpack internalized homophobia. You've been conditioned to hate this part of you, the counselor noted. Sessions revealed depths. Childhood crushes dismissed, attractions buried. Stella joined sometimes, our bond strengthening through vulnerability. Yet, sacrifices mounted. I lost friends, inheritance threatened. Worth it. Stella asked one evening, as we watched the city lights. For you, yes. But the answer wavered in quiet moments. What if I regretted this path? A family crisis forced reevaluation. Mother fell ill, hospitalized. Come see her, my sister pleaded. I went, Stella waiting outside. Mother's frail form shocked me. Why, Sophie, she whispered. Tears flowed. Because I love her, Mom. Like you love Dad. Silence stretched, then a weak nod. I don't understand, but I miss my daughter. A crack in the wall, but mending would take time. Stella's patience waned. I can't be your secret forever. The pressure built, leading to a blowout. Choose us or them. Heart torn, I walked away that night, alone in the rain. Was this the end? Reconciliation attempts followed. I invited parents to dinner, Stella by my side. Tension thick, but dialogue opened. Tell us about her, Father gruffly asked. Stella shared her story, humanizing the other. Walls didn't crumble, but seeds planted. Inner peace eluded. Dreams haunted. Alternate lives where I stayed safe, married Mark. Waking, I'd cling to Stella, grateful yet fearful. The cost of awakening? Eternal vigilance against prejudice. As High trended toward climax, a public scandal erupted. Mark, bitter, leaked private emails to the press. Local news dubbed it Society Wedding Gone Wrong, Lesbian Twist. Humiliation washed over us, but support poured in too, unexpected allies. In the eye of the storm, I affirmed. This love was worth the fight. The media frenzy amplified every conflict. Reporters camped outside our apartment, questions probing like scalpels. How does it feel to destroy a family? One shouted. Inside, I paced, mind racing. Had I? Stella pulled me close. They're twisting it. We know the truth. But public scrutiny eroded privacy, turning love into spectacle. Social media exploded with opinions. Supporters hailed us as brave, haters spewed venom. Go back to the closet, comments read. The vitriol triggered old insecurities. Am I worthy of this love? Stella faced doxing, her job threatened. I won't back down, she vowed. But fear etched her face. Moral weight pressed. By being open, were we endangering each other? A pivotal choice arose when a LGBTQ advocacy group offered to feature our story. It could help others, Stella urged. But exposure terrified. What if it costs more? I countered. Debating late into nights, ethics clashed. Silence enables oppression. Visibility invites attack. We chose visibility, the interview raw and revealing. Airing it brought waves of response. Letters from struggling youth. You gave me hope. But backlash too, church petitions to boycott our employers. Father's business suffered guilt by association. See what you've done? He phoned, voice breaking. Guilt surged. My happiness at their expense? Betrayal deepened with Stella's confession. I kissed someone else once, during a rough patch in Texas. Trivial, but in my fragile state, it felt like treason. Why now? I demanded. To be fully honest. Trust shattered momentarily, arguments flaring. Are we even real? Hurt words flew, doors slammed. Alone, I questioned everything. Was love this fragile? Rebuilding required effort. Couples therapy unpacked issues. My abandonment fears, her commitment phobias. We've both been burned, the therapist said. Insights dawned. Our traumas intertwined, strengthening or breaking us. Family dynamics shifted. Sister mediated a meeting. Mom wants to try, she said. At a neutral cafe, tentative talks. We raised you to be happy, Mother admitted. But this? I interjected. This is my happy. Father grumbled but listened. No hugs, but progress. Society's pressure tested us. At a work function, colleagues stared. Ignore them, Stella whispered. But isolation gnawed. Friends returned slowly, apologies offered. We were wrong. Validation sweet, but scars remained. A moral crossroads. Mark sued for emotional distress, claiming I hid my orientation. Courtroom drama unfolded, testimonies raw. I loved him but not as he deserved, I admitted on stand. The judge dismissed, but the ordeal drained us. Was it worth it? Stella asked post-verdict. For us, yes. Inner awakening culminated in self-acceptance. Meditating on beaches, I embraced my identity. No longer confused, but whole. Stella's love mirrored that growth. Yet, damage lingered. Mother's health declined, stress a factor. I caused this, I lamented. Stella countered. No prejudice did. The blame game exhausted. High drama hit when Stella's family resurfaced. Her brother, reformed, reached out. I miss my sister. A reunion trip to Texas loomed. Come with, she asked. Fear gripped, entering hostile territory. But support trumped cowardice. The visit tense. Parents cold but civil. We've changed some, her mother said. Stella's strength inspired. Back home, it bolstered us. As tensions eased, normalcy peaked. Dates without hiding, hands held publicly. But vigilance remained. A homophobic incident at a bar reminded. Safety illusory. Reflection deepened. The price paid. Lost relationships, career setbacks, emotional scars. But gains. Authenticity, love unbound. One evening, Stella proposed subtly. Forever. No ring, just promise. Tears flowed. Yes. But doubts whispered. After all this, could we endure? The story's arc bent toward resolution, but twists awaited. Resolution teetered on a knife's edge when a final betrayal surfaced. Lisa, my ex-best friend, apologized profusely, but revealed she'd been feeding info to Mark for his lawsuit. I thought I was helping, she claimed. Fury erupted. Helping who? Yourself. Trust, already fragile, cracked further. Stella urged forgiveness. Holding grudges poisons you. But the wound festered, a reminder of conditional alliances. Moral reckoning followed. In therapy, I explored, forgive or forget. Both, the counselor advised. Applying it, I confronted Lisa. You hurt me deeply. Tears shared. Bridges mended tentatively. Growth hurt but necessary. Family thawed gradually. Holiday invites came, Stella included. We'll behave, Mother promised. Dinner awkward but laughter broke through. Father raised a glass. To new beginnings. Not acceptance fully, but tolerance. Inside I rejoiced, small wins matter. Society's evolution mirrored personal. Local laws shifted, protections strengthened. Our story inspired change. A youth center named after us? Overwhelming. But personal costs tallied. Stella lost her job amid backlash, forcing a career pivot. I'll drive anywhere for you, she joked, but strain showed. I supported her through classes, our roles reversing. Inner peace settled slowly. Journaling unpacked lingering doubts. Was this path right? Affirmations daily, yes because it's mine. Drama's final surge. A health scare for me, stress-induced. Hospitalized, Stella never left. Don't you dare leave me, she whispered. Recovery reinforced. Love's the anchor. Awakening complete, I advocated publicly, speaking at events. Hiding dims the world, I shared. Applause healed old wounds. Yet, questions lingered. Had I chosen correctly? The damages, emotional, relational, irreversible. As life stabilized, we moved to a quieter suburb, building a home. Garden planted, symbolizing roots. Friends new and old visited, community forming. One sunset, Stella and I reflected. Regrets, she asked. Only not sooner. Her smile lit my world. But the story ends not in tidy bows, but open query. In the pursuit of true self, is the destruction of old bonds a necessary evil, or an avoidable tragedy?